Welcome everyone in HueFin News. Today is December the 20th, 2017, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis where we are giving you the news according to the charts, and we are all thankful that you are tuning in on today. And we were pretty accurate on our analysis on yesterday about how these cryptocurrencies were going to move lower, and that is exactly what occurred today in the market. Even though you guys can see that the market cap is still around $619.5 billion, but one of the noticeable things that we see today is Bitcoin dominance is now at 45.1%. So a lot of the funds that were in Bitcoin are now leaving Bitcoin and finding other viable cryptocurrencies. And you guys can tell that today, especially with Bitcoin Cash up 28.14%, albeit while Bitcoin is down 4.13. Ethereum is up 1.97. Ripple had a minor gains today, up 0.37. Litecoin is down 7.08. IOTA is down 1%. Cardano is down 5.68. But here's another cryptocurrency that you can see a lot of the money moving into, which is Dash, up 30.88. Bitcoin Gold as well, a lot of the money is fleeing into it, 30.11, and then Monero up 30.41%. So those were the majority of the cryptocurrencies who ended the day extremely high. Just goes to show you that these cryptocurrencies are viable options in replacement of Bitcoin. Just want to point that out to you guys on today's trading. Neo as well is up 10.75, so that is pretty good for that particular cryptocurrencies as well. So before we get started, you all know that we are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice. So now looking at Bitcoin, you guys can see that Bitcoin is down 4.65%. Last trade $16,457. So now the market came and moved lower, but one of the things that we noticed on today is the volume is extremely high comparative to the last 3 trading days, which is a indication that the market is trying to at least maintain price around $16,000. So obviously you guys can see that the resistance and support is around 16,000 support, and then the resistance is up towards 17,525. Buyers are in the market for Bitcoin on today's trading, so we will recognize that fact, and for that we will see how high the Bitcoin can at least trade. So this is the 3-hour bars that we are noticing for Bitcoin, and that $16,000 area is a key support for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks $16,000 again, then the market will be definitely finding a new support level, and that area will be around 15,000. But ultimately it can come all the way down to 14,500. Okay, so just keep that in the back of your mind. But currently the market is trying to keep price around 16,000 to 16,008. And currently is not being successful because every completed bar, the bar closes lower than the previous bar. But we have these very long price spreads, which is an indication of a lot of selling occurring in the market around this price. And the market participants continues to bring price right back up to in this area to continue to do business. If the market cannot break $16,800 in or around that area, then Bitcoin will continue to trade sideways to lower. But it is a very good sign to see that these widespread bars came and touched or even went past $16,000, but the bar continually closed above 16,000. So that's why we know that 16,000 is a very key support area at this time. If this particular 3-hour bar that is currently forming does not close higher than this bar, then Bitcoin will be moving lower. So currently the market is giving us precursors of weakness. So as I'm looking at this chart right now, the market is going to move lower. But at the completion of this current bar that is forming, if it closes higher than the close of this bar, then expect it to move higher. And then we're looking for it to go at least 16,800, but ultimately it could come all the way up to 17,002. And if the market is really giving us a change of tone, then Bitcoin could definitely move higher than that. But as I'm looking at the chart right now, we don't have that in the forecast. It can change, but currently the market is giving us precursors of weakness, so we're looking for them to at least trade sideways, and it could come to any one of these lows. 15,821. It could come all the way back down to 16,000. So let's move to a smaller time, and maybe we could give you guys a more accurate forecast. So this is the 1 hour bars for Bitcoin. And the market is definitely trying to find price. The volume is exceedingly higher as Bitcoin moves lower. That is a very key sign that the market participants are buying around that 16,000 to 16,008 level. So currently the market is definitely giving us precursors of strength on the 1 hour bars. So we're looking for them to at least move to about 16,006. As a probable area for them to touch, and if we get more precursors of weakness there, then it'll move lower. But if not, then it can definitely come back up to 16.8. So currently Bitcoin is on the 1 hour chart giving us precursors of strength. So it looks like in the short term it's going to be moving higher, and we told you 16.6 or even $16,800. Okay, that was the first two areas that we're looking for Bitcoin to at least touch. Now it can move higher than that, but that's where we're at least looking for Bitcoin to move to. So now let's go to Ethereum. So you guys can see that Ethereum is down 0.94%. Last trade was $792.28. So you guys can see, even with Ethereum, the market shot lower today as we planned, came down all the way to and around $720, actually came to $709, but the market participants came and brought Ethereum back up to the close and the open from today and the close from yesterday. But the market wasn't able to close above the close from yesterday, so there's still a little weakness in Ethereum at this time. But let's see what these 3 hour bars is showing us. So resistance is around $812 for Ethereum. The market is definitely not interested in a higher price at this time, but that looks like it's going to change any second. But the support area for Ethereum is at 780 or even 760 once again. But the market is definitely trying to keep price from moving lower in Ethereum. The market is not done yet in order for them to move higher, so expect them in the short term to at least move sideways. And we told you 760 or even 780 for support. But if it can break $815 with a precursors of strength bar, then Ethereum will be moving higher, and it might come all the way back up to $826 or even higher to that, around $840. Okay, but the way that these bars are looking, it is maintaining itself, so it can definitely move higher than that $840. So our analysis is for Ethereum to continue to move sideways until we get a precursors of strength bar. So definitely it looks like $800 is that area of resistance on the 1 hour bars. So Ethereum may not even break $800 unless we get a precursors of strength bar, like a push to go up bar, in order for that to happen. But the market is definitely trying to maintain itself, so it looks like Ethereum is going to be moving higher. So that's going to be our analysis, is for them to move higher, and that first area is going to be $800, but then $810, but then ultimately it might come all the way back up to and around $820. So now let's go to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is up 35.12%. Last trade, $3,655. So we got another push to go up bar for Bitcoin Cash. Volume is awfully heavy for today, which tells us that the market is in agreement with moving higher. Stockpile came on the bar though, so let's see how low Bitcoin Cash can go. So 3-hour chart, it looks like Bitcoin Cash can definitely come to and around $3,400, but ultimately you might find support around $3,500 first. So definitely it looks like support is around $3,500, and if Bitcoin Cash breaks that, then it's going to come all the way back down to $3,400. But we can also see it coming and moving to $3,200 in or around that area, especially to this low of this bar. It's not even out the cards that it go to 3,100, because one of these bars on this chart is really standing out to me, and it's going to take a lot of volume, a push to go a bar, in order for it to break through at least $3,800. If that can occur, then Bitcoin Cash will be making all-time highs. But currently the market is not giving us any indication of them wanting to move higher. So our analysis is for them to move lower, and we told you the first area is $3,500, the next area is $3,400, and then the next area is around $3,200 in or around that area. So it might be like $3,250. So now let's go to Ripple. So Ripple is down 0.55. Last trade 72.5 cents. So the market came all the way down 65. We told you that yesterday. But the market was able to come back above 70 cents, which is acting as support, which is a very good thing to see in Ripple. The market just continued today with a stockpile that came on from the previous day. So that's what happened today. So now you guys can see, we told you yesterday in our video that Ripple is maintaining itself around 70 cents. And as long as it does that, it is building the next momentum for them to move higher. And currently that is still going on. Ripple is still building itself for the next move higher. And at this time, we're still forecasting them to move higher. 75 is the first area, but then ultimately might come all the way up to 80. Given the fact that the longer it takes for Ripple to move higher, the more movement higher it will go, the higher it will move. Okay, so the longer we wait, the higher in price Ripple will move. And currently it might just come up to 75 or even 80 for trading on tomorrow. But given the fact that we're getting these precursors of strength bars, the market's not moving lower, we're looking for Ripple to move higher. So now let's go to Litecoin. Litecoin down 9.85%. Last trade $305.43, and we got a push to go down bar today in trading for Litecoin. Buyers are in the market though, so that is a good sign to see that they at least came to support the market around $300. So let's see what is occurring on the 3-hour bars. So definitely support is around $300 in Litecoin. The market it is continuing its effort to move higher, but it is not being successful at the moment. So once again, $300 is support. If we get a precursors of strength around $300, then Litecoin will continue to move higher, and then 320 is that first resistance area for Litecoin. This last completed bar is a consumption bar. It is a precursors of strength, but we need confirmation on this bar that is currently forming in order for Litecoin to continue to move higher. And if it does, it will move higher. If not, then Litecoin will continue to move lower, and then that next location next support area is $280 again. Okay, that is going to be the next area for Litecoin to find support, and if not, then it's coming all the way down to 270. So we still have the battle going on between buyers and sellers right now, but it looks like the buyers are trying to maintain to push price higher. So now let's go to Dash. So Dash is up 27.61%. Last trade $1,422.90. Again, interest in higher prices there. Price spread is wide, but we have stockpile on the bar, so let's acknowledge that fact and see where Dash can move to. So the market did come all the way down to 1200 and found support on this particular bar, but definitely the market moved higher all the way up to 1560, but the next bar and then the falling 3-hour bar is telling us that that interest is waning definitely in Dash at that price. Market came all the way back down to 1360. Interest came in at that price and they were able to bring it back up to around 1440. So support looks like it's around $1,400. So this is the 1-hour bar, and like we said, $1,400 is support, but we're still getting weakness, and as the overall chart is reflecting to us. Okay, so the market is going to have a hard time breaking through 1450. If it does, then expect it to at least come to and around 1486 or even $1,500. But currently we're not getting strength in Dash at the moment, so expected them to at least come back down to 1400 or even back down to the low of this bar, which was 1360. So now let's go to Neo. So Neo is up 13.20%. Last trade $73.92. So Neo moved lower throughout the trading day on today, but obviously you guys can see that the market is interested in higher price. Neo was able to come all the way back up and close around $76. It's a good sign overall long term for Neo to move higher, but there is a little stockpile on today, so let's see how low that Neo can move. So we definitely can see Neo coming to 72.50 as support, and if it finds support there, it will move higher. Okay, if not, then expect Neo to come back down to 70 or even $67.50 once again. The market is definitely giving us more precursors of strength in that the market is trying to maintain price around this area, but $77.50 is resistance. We need a precursors of strength bar at $77.50 in order for Neo to move higher. That can be a push to go up bar on high volume. If we get that, then Neo will continue to move higher, and then next would be $80. But currently the market participants are trying to maintain price, so the market at best is going to trade sideways as we're looking at this chart now. So our analysis now is for them to trade sideways, $77.50 all the way down to $72.50 or even $70. Okay, so let me move to 1-hour bars and see. Yes, resistance is definitely around $76 for Neo in the market. We need a push to go a bar. If not, Neo will be moving lower. So now let's go to IOTA. IOTA is down 7.81%. Last trade $4.77. So the market did move lower in IOTA, but we have a mixed bag today. The market moved higher, moved lower, so the buyers and sellers are still active in IOTA at this time as it is trading towards the high or all-time highs for IOTA. With that being said, you guys can see that $4.50 is support for IOTA, And if the market cannot maintain itself around $4.50, then it is expected for IOTA to continue to move lower. Currently, we are getting weakness in IOTA at this time, so it's still expected enough for them to move lower. $4.60 is the first area, and then $4.50 is the next area for IOTA to find support. If we don't get support around $4.50 or even $4.40, then the market will come all the way down to $4. All right, so that's our analysis. Currently, IOTA's moving lower. That's our analysis for them to move lower until it hits one of those support areas to bounce and move higher. So now let's go to the last one, which is Monero. Monero is up 36.62%. Last trade, $462.60. So definitely you guys can see Monero made all-time highs today. The market came all the way down to $320, in which we forecasted. But then the market had to change a tone throughout the trading day, and it was able to give us a very wide push to go up bar, which is a precursor of strength, and Monero is not looking lower. Okay, even the bar closed towards the high of the bar. We are getting stockpile, so we will show you where support is, but long term Monero is still looking to move higher. So you guys can see 3-hour bars, the market is still giving us strength in Monero. Stockpile came on this bar, but the next bar is telling us that the market participant has bought it up, which is telling us that consumption is being done, and that's why the market is forecasted to move higher in Monero. So looking at the 1-hour bars, I'm going to move it to 30. So looking at the 30-minute chart, you guys can see that $450 is a support area, but ultimately, you guys, $440 is a major support area for Monero in the short term. Okay, so we're looking at $450, $440, and then in and around $430 for Monero to come in touch. We also like $420. It is all dependent on how much weakness, precursors of weakness, we get on these bars that is currently forming. Because on the one that is happening now, we are getting weakness, but as you guys can see that they're still interested in price at this area. If this bar closes lower than this close, then it tells us that we may be getting a short-term change of tone to where the market will move lower, and it might just come back to 450 or even 440. But if we get a lot more precursors of weakness, expected to come to 420 as well. We might even come down to 410, but we're not necessarily seeing that in Monero at this time, but it's possible that we will get that as the market is making all-time highs. So the market may just come back up to 480 and move lower, but in the short term, it might just do that. But overall, long term, Monero is definitely going to be moving higher. So that's all we have for today. Appreciate you all watching and all the new subscribers joining in on this channel. Hopefully you guys will get a lot of insight to understanding how to read the financial markets in the same language. We've been telling you all that for the last couple of months, and we've been showing you all that you can be profitable by understanding price, bars, and volume. That's all we have for today. Guys, stay profitable, and I will talk to you later.